Hello, friends, and welcome to another fun, rich, wealthy cheat day review. As today we are going to review the candy bar 100 grand. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 100 grand bar, and it was sold for the first time by Nestle in 1964, and it was originally named the $100,000 bar. Its name has been since trimmed down to now just 100 grand, and yeah, that's where we are today. The company Ferrero, who bought a lot of the candy brands from Nestle in 2018, describes this product as rich taste, irresistible flavor. And the wrapper describes the bar as rich caramel, milk chocolate, and crispy crunchies. The candy bar is named after the big popular game shows in the 1950s and 60s where there was always like some dollar amount that was like a huge thing. Particularly, this candy bar was named after the show The Big Surprise, in which the grand prize was $100,000. A fun little fact about this candy bar is due to currency rates and inflation in South Africa, it was named the $1 million bar. There were different versions of the 100 grand bar, such as dark chocolate, a peanut, and also a coconut variety. The biggest question is, what does the 100 grand bar actually taste like? Well, let's try that right now. So the candy bar comes in two little pieces. I'm not gonna lie, I will be transparent with you. I have had the 100 grand bar before, and from what I remember, I really do like it. But let's just see a critical taste test. Here is the 100 grand bar. We're going to try right now. Ow, there we go. Mmm. 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 Ah, that hurts the teeth. Okay, I think I got all the caramel out of my teeth. Well, I gotta say that something has went awry. There has been a tragedy that has happened with the 100 grand bar. From what I remember last time I had the 100 grand bar, which was probably when Nestle was still making it, I don't recall the caramel being as chewy and sticky as it is now. And I remember it being a lot more easier to eat back in the day. I don't know what happened. I mean, it tastes all the same. The flavors are all still there. When you chew down, you have this almost like, a Nestle Crunch, if you ever had one of those. Just like a crunchy, crisp chocolate shell, and you bite in, and then in the center, your teeth sink into this just sticky caramel, and it slows you down trying to chew this. And usually, from what I remember back in the day of having a 100 grand bar, the milk chocolate coating and the Crispies would kind of mesh well with the caramel, so it made the caramel easier to chew and swallow and everything. But the caramel just kind of stuck there, and the chocolate and the Crispies just kind of melted away, and then you're just stuck trying to just... And maybe some people really love that, but for me, I'm like, this is a lot more work than I wanted to put in eating a candy bar. I really did like this. I used to really like the 100 grand bar. Something is different with it. I think there needs to be more chocolate and more Crispies and less caramel. to make it how I remember it back in the day. The flavors are all still there. It's just there's an imbalance of chocolate and crispy crunchies to caramel. That's the problem. So I would give the 100 grand that I remember having back in the day probably a 9 out of 10. You know, it's not my favorite thing. Caramel isn't like my big, oh yeah, I just love caramel, anything, but it was decent. It was a good candy bar. I don't know what happened, but there is something very wrong with the 100 grand bar today. And I'm going to have to give it, all things considered, the experience, the taste, and everything, meshed all into one, you're going to get a big caramel ball of stickiness that is going to get into some parts of your gums and your teeth and hurt, like it did for me eating it. And I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, the flavor is all there. It tastes really great. It's just the experience of eating this thing is not as good as I remember. So there we go, guys. That is your review of the 100 grand bar. I am DJ Glowing Ice, always wanting to remind you that it's okay to cheat every once in a while. See you next time.